Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, and this is going to be an unboxing of Battle Systems Core Space Skylark Crew. So this is an expansion for the Core Space game. So I've opened a couple of these in the past, so it's very much the same as the previous ones, but with a different crew, different equipment, etc. So on the back you get to see what you get in the box. So you get event cards, a mission booklet, 4 miniatures, 4 character boards, 4 class boards, and 11 equipment tokens. Plus, of course, you have the ship board token. So cracking it open, it is as you will always get with these expansions. You get your little instruction booklet, which is instructions on this crew, not on the actual game, with a description of a new mission, which is always welcomed. Always nice to add to the game, and also a quick bio of each of the crew members. So after that, we get the cardboard components. So these are the character boards, both with the civilian and like hero side. The class boards, so there's Hunter, Machine, Tech, and Augmented. And of course the 11 equipment tokens and shipboard. Now I'm not going to go into too much detail of these because most people tuning in aren't really going to be that interested and really only want to see the miniatures. But, I'll give you a quick rundown of these things. So then we have the free event cards, of course, in their own little plastic sleeve, which is hard to get them out of. So yeah, free event cards that you can add to your decks to shake up what happens to the crew, etc. So you have 4 plastic minis. So I would say these are very much like the Simon plastics for their board games. It's not quite the war games quality, but 4 plastic game pieces. They're about as good as you're going to get, to be honest. They're quite nice. So this is a Faye. Now Faye is quite a nice little pose. I like the way she's sort of carrying her case while sort of slinkily shooting with her gun. I will apologise, my camera does not want to focus very well today. It flickers back and forth, so bear with me. This is Captain Weaver with his a little bit of a paunch that he has going on. He has a cybernetic arm, so I think he must be the augmented character, because he is rather cybernetic. Then we have Marlowe. So Marlowe looks like he's doing some sort of psychic ability or psionic attack, although it could be some weird martial arts. But yeah, he's in this sort of Hadouken pose as I struggle to get this guy in focus. You'll get to see him properly when I've painted them up, so yeah. Then we got... I know, still trying to get this guy to focus. Yeah, briefly you might have seen him. Yeah, kind of a good fit. He's an Afro-Caribbean style facial features, etc. So yeah, I'm going to paint him up as a black guy. Yeah, kind of cool looking miniature, like him. Like the way he's actually doing that weird pose. And then you have Mac. So Mac is quite a tall miniature. A little bit sort of Big Hero 6? 8, whatever his name was, the Disney character, sort of a cross between that and the robot in the Star Wars film. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, that's what you get in the box. What will they look like once the miniatures have been painted? So starting with the miniature I'm probably least happy with, and that would be Marlowe here. I went for an African skin tone because that's what the character has got on the pamphlet or the booklet. But it didn't do a particularly good job of the skin, to be honest. It looks a little bit patchy and a little bit, I don't know, the wrong colour, not enough blending, etc. But, for a board piece, for a board game, I think I'll have to live with it, to be honest. I think I could play around with his face for quite a while and I wouldn't really be that happy with how I've turned it out. But in order to get things done, I'm going to call him done and move on. So my next probably least happiest with will be here Faye. No, I'm not terribly disappointed with her, to be honest. I painted her up okay. Like, the face looks about right. There's shadows, there's, plenty of colour and, depth to the miniature. I got no problem with the miniatures. I can't say there's anything wrong with them. They, like I said, they're very Simon-esque, Zombicide-esque type quality. So, you know what you're getting into. My paint job's just, I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't really paint these guys as good as I would have liked to do them justice. But, Faye looks okay. I don't mind her. And I'll be using her, of course, in my games of Core Space. Now, the Captain Weaver, I'm actually quite happy with Captain Weaver. He looks okay. I don't think... Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with him. I think the colours worked well with him. I think, I've picked out the different, shades, etc. quite well. He does look somewhat like the art that they've given of him, so yeah, I quite like how Captain Weaver turned out. I do like that I shaded the coat quite well. It does look like spattered hard fabric like leather or synthetic leather, etc. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how Captain Weaver turned out, and I think the other miniatures really is more to do with me than the miniatures and how I painted them. So my favourite is probably Mac. Now, he's a very easy, basic paint job, but I do like how he turned out, and I will be using him in other games, not just Core Space. He will pop up probably in other games. Yeah, he does look very much like a certain robot from Rogue One, but I don't mind that. I decided to give him a smiley face because when it was yellow with those eyes, it just looked right that it should be, a big smiley face on him. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how he turned out, and I'm happy with how Captain Weaver turned out. The other two, not so much. The detail, I think, on the other two, it's probably comparable. There's no reason why I wouldn't have painted them as good. Perhaps I was just not in the right mind space when I was painting them. This is very much a, in hobbies and artistic hobbies especially, you do have to be in the right mindset in order to get things painted up as well as you can. So maybe that's it. Who knows? But all in all, yeah, I quite like this box set. I think it's a decent enough one. Two of the miniatures that I really like. Third one, I quite like Faye. This miniature, it's got a cool pose. But yeah, really, I don't know if it was me or whether it was the sculpt, but I couldn't get the best out of it. So that's my review of the Skylark crew for Core Space. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more from me, subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment, and I do reply to every single comment. But until next time, it's going to be goodbye from me, Welsh Miniature Board Gamer.